Pregnant by my baby daddy's dad.
Whoa!
Wait, your baby daddy's dad, so the
Grandfather.
father-in-law.
Yes.
How did that happen? Like, how did y'all hook up?
We met years ago and we fell in love maybe the last year.
Welcome back, everybody. No, this time it is not about Bonnie Blue, and no, it is not Bonnie Blue who is sleeping around with someone's dad. No, no, no. This is a random interaction, a random call from someone who needed to let the confession out, right? She needed to share with all the world that she has been sleeping with her fiance's boyfriend, husband's father, and that is weird. But not only is that weird, it takes me to the story that I was recently trying to cover or react to. That's a better way to put it. I went on YouTube. I saw, O'Shea Duke posting something new. I clicked on it and it had to do, hold yourself, I hope you guys are sitting. It's quite similar to this nonsense, but this is a bit more disgusting and shocking. So there's this young man somewhere in America, obviously. We're not making fun of the situation. I really think it's heartbreaking. I was already working on it, but my laptop, disappointed me. Anywho, there's this young man in America who wanted to get married to his fiance. The fiance didn't want to be married. She didn't want the relationship anymore. And he was thinking to himself, why suddenly you don't want the marriage anymore? What is going on? We've been in a relationship. We even have a child together. I think 2 children. Altogether, they have 3, right? But I think him definitely has 2. He definitely has 2 kids with the lady. And so he's just starting to think to himself, getting suspicious, why don't you want to get married anymore? And in retrospect, he noticed, you know what, she is acting funny, or she has been acting funny. So one day comes along and he wanted to take the dog for a walk. I guess that's how the story goes. He's walking around, and I'm just assuming they must be living close to each other, right? Because he walks past his dad's complex, and he sees the car of his ex-fiance, girlfriend, to-be wife, we don't know how to put it. And he's thinking to himself, what is this car doing here? What is she doing here? She must be here if the car is here. Well, just follow me along. Your mind, I'm assuming that your mind is not necessarily going to go, oh yeah, she's in the house with my dad, having an affair with my dad. I don't think that's what the most people would be assuming, right? If I would see my partner, significant other, boyfriend, whatever, at my parents' house, like their car in front of the house, I would think, oh, what a surprise, maybe he came to surprise me, surprise my family. Maybe he dropped something over. Maybe he was in the area and just, let me just say hi. Those kind of things. So he decided to approach the door. Couldn't get in. He broke into the house. Now, this is the report that we are getting. To me, that already cringed me out, or made me quite uneasy to hear the son breaks into the father's house. I mean, it's your dad's house. Why not just someone opens the door for you, or you get yourself in, right? Okay, he breaks into the house just to find them in the worst scene ever. The most disgusting situation anyone can think of, right? No one wants to catch their significant other sleeping with someone else. That's for sure. Cheating is a big no-go for majority of people. And then from all the people, right? From all the people you decide to sleep with, to cheat with, his father? What is wrong with you? Some people really have the audacity. What is wrong with you? Like, no one thought about the impact towards this man. You don't want to be with him, fine, but why do you need to sleep with his dad? You don't want to be with him, even if you're pretending, because the first story we just tapped into, you already heard something about falling in love. I'm not here to judge when people fall in love or not. I think that stinks a bit, but let's pretend you did fall in love. Is this how to go about it? I don't think so. And then the dad, what is wrong with you actually? Why would, from all the women, if you're interested in younger women, okay, we get it. From all the women on this planet, Why does it have to be the woman your son is with, right? They have a family, they have children. And now, look, that already was too much for me, but I'm missing the whole big point about the story. Listen up. He walks in, he sees it, he's shocked, he's emotional, he's angry, he's devastated, and he attacks his dad. He goes for a fist fight. And what does the father do? The father goes in the kitchen. Yeah, goes in the kitchen, grabs himself a knife, and starts, you know what, towards his own son. And went so far, injured him with the knife so bad, this man ended up in the hospital. I think they both ended up in the hospital, and no one got arrested. Now, in my opinion, you just lost your status father, right? The cheating, the sleeping with the fiance is already bad enough, but you stabbing your son? This woman is in middle of this, just standing there enjoying, perhaps? How? And then it continues, right? They kind of recover as far as she can recover from this traumatic event, released from the hospital, back home, and she is slapping him in the face with some kind of child support situation. Is that really what you want to be dealing with next? And then come to perhaps that could be the case for him, right? He might have to sit in the reality that one of these three kids, one may not be his. And I'll just let your mind dwindle for a bit and think, who could it be? Who could it be? This is a disgusting story, right? Now let's figure out what this story is actually about. So the caller already said she had something or is in a relationship with the baby daddy. So her baby daddy's dad. That word is so the man she has a child with, his father. She loves him. They fell in love. But it's a secret. And she's pregnant by him. That's even, I don't know how people do it, but when they make a mistake, is it like they just think to themselves, how can we make it worse? Not to talk about this poor innocent child as a bad thing, or you guys get it, but why is that? And then this man is thinking it's going to be his second child with you. But at some point, sooner or later, he will have to learn the truth because she hasn't told him. She's keeping all of this yet a secret. But you're so comfortable to call in. I mean, yeah, anonymous or something. But I don't know. Most likely, they always drop their location. Someone might know you. And that's.
Oh, so you're in love.
I'm in love.
Whoa.
Does your baby daddy know?
He definitely doesn't.
He does now.
Are you going to tell him? When are you going to tell him is the real question.
Well, I'm due next month, so maybe next month I have 1 month to figure it out.
Did you
Well, I guess if we were to go by this man here, it is all okay. What she's doing is perfectly fine because there's no responsibility on her end. There's no accountability on her end. She can just, that was hard to say. There's no responsibility on her end. There's no accountability on her end. She can just do whatever. No one cares. Nothing is important. How it's going to affect the child is not important. Everything is just do whatever. If we were to go by his stand, if you've watched that episode, I'll definitely add my link to it. Yeah, it would be perfectly fine.
have a baby shower yet?
No, I haven't.
Who does he think?
I'm 37. I think I'm too old for baby showers. So
Who does he think you're pregnant by?
him.
Wait, your baby daddy thinks it's his kid?
Yes.
Wow, this is something else. Turns out to be I was just talking like, oh, the poor man, he's going to be thinking, I mean, obviously he's going to be thinking it's his, but literally that is what she is doing. And it's so bad.
Stay up, Angela.
That DNA test might show it is because they probably got the same DNA. You could
Right.
maybe pass it off.
Well, we've been together exactly, but we've been together for 16 years. So I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Wow.
No.
So you're not gonna tell him. You're gonna let him think it's his.
I'm definitely not. I'm just going to keep it in the family.
Oh,
Wait. You don't think it's gonna be a problem? What do you mean?
It's going to look like him because it's his daddy's baby. So it's going to look.
Wow, I'm gonna be very honest. I don't remember this clip ending like this, or maybe I never really finished it. This is different. This is like DNA scam on a next level. This is generational scam. She's like, you know what? Who cares? It's his dad, so the baby is most likely gonna look. They're good. Not most likely, definitely. Like there is similarity for sure. So I might just keep it anyways. Not say anything. Keep my little secret, and just Wow, I don't have no words to say. I did not see this coming. As
Wow.
you can tell, I am shocked. Everyone who's listening to this part this is not you. The most cases when it has to do with this DNA situations, right? It is someone went out cheating with a random person or someone they're like getting to know, and then they're trying to sneak that kid under the rug, right? But this one is an intentional, well, a love story, right? But an intentional act, and even I don't know, so almost planned out, thought out. I don't know. Isn't this insane? It is so bad, and I don't know. I'm lost. Goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed.